Hello, Robin, and thank you so much for meeting with me today and just answering a couple questions about your experience with me as a Reiki master. And I'd like to start with just asking, like, what brought you to Reiki? Why did you want to learn Reiki?
So in 2020, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And when I began my journey, I knew pretty early on that I wanted some energy work because I had already was familiar with energy work because I follow a Lakota path. But I wanted some female energy. And I had seen you at a live event where you did your bullshit bonfire.
Hmm.
And I knew you were a Reiki master, so I became familiar with what Reiki was. And I was so impressed that I reached out to you and I said, hey, can we schedule some work together? And so that began a very long journey together, which I'm continuing to this day with you because you're amazing.
Um,
You're so kind. And, you've been doing this a long time and it really shows. You
mm.
have a lot of compassion and you have so many skill sets that I really can't think of anyone better to get Reiki from.
Robin, it was such an honor, or is such an honor working with you. You're such an amazing soul. So thank you for that. Those are wonderful words coming from an amazing soul. So thank you. I appreciate
Welcome.
you. And so you already went into it a little bit, but what was it like receiving like one-on-one private training with me for to become Reiki Master?
So I was really nervous, to be honest, because I knew what a big deal this was. I thought about whether or not I wanted to become a Reiki practitioner beyond Reiki 1 for about a year before I decided to go on to the next step. And in Reiki 1, of course, it's all about working on yourself, which is a big goal for me to try and cure my cancer because I intend to be cancer free. So every day I would practice a chakra balancing. And as I've journeyed over the last 4 years, my goal has been not to just go back to work, but to be able to do something from exactly where I'm at. And I had resisted the call, if you will, for a very long time. Like, no, I'm not a medicine person. I'm not qualified. I'm just me. But when it became apparent that due to the medications and things, I would never be able to really be able to go back to a regular W-2 job, I'm like, well, now what? And so through a sequence of events, it became clear to me that this was the next step. And ultimately, I don't get a rebate on my life. And so with Reiki, I feel like I have an opportunity to make a difference exactly from where I'm at. And so I became a Reiki practitioner and, of course, trying to launch a business. I hired you as a business coach and you encouraged me to take the next step to become a Reiki master. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did it. And everybody's journey with Reiki from Reiki 1 to Reiki Master, if they decide to go to Reiki Master, is going to be completely different. And so I love that you heeded the call. And here's the other thing, nobody's ever feeling like they're 100% ready. And I've got this usually. There's some people who do, definitely. But here's the beautiful thing about going to the next level of Reiki is it helps you get there. The attunement itself, the learning, the practicing on yourself helps you feel that confidence. So that's beautiful. Thank you, Robin. And last question, if one of your good friends was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting attuned to Reiki at the Healing Woods," and they're on the fence or not sure, what would you tell them about it?
Go for it. Don't wait. Kristen's amazing. You won't regret it. And I'm not just saying that because I know you. I mean, I'm saying that because it's actually the truth.
Mm.
Um, Generally speaking, in my experience, when people say, "Oh, I'm a healer," you kind of run and you go in the other direction because it means that their spirit's not in the right place. But I know that you've experienced the power of Reiki yourself. Um, And I think that in working with you, because of all the different modalities that you already have, besides being a Reiki master, that you can bring a different efficacy than perhaps many other Reiki masters. Because you've been doing this for such a long time, you're really committed. You have a breadth of knowledge that I think is really unique. And I would have absolutely no hesitation in recommending anyone to come to you to become a Reiki master or a Reiki practitioner.
Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yeah, the thing with Reiki, well, I'm not doing the healing, so I hardly ever, if not, I never call myself a healer because I'm not healing you. I'm not healing anybody. The Reiki is healing them. They are healing themselves. And I am just a conduit of that energy or the hypnotherapy if we're doing hypnotherapy, right? So, yeah, I run away when people say healer too, truthfully. And I'm in a healing business.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't use that word for myself. I use Reiki, Reiki master.
Yeah.
But I never use the word, oh, I'm a healer. I
Yeah.
just not in my wheelhouse.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Robin.
Welcome.
I loved spending this time and hearing this feedback from you and sending you
Welcome.
much love on your beautiful Reiki journey.
Welcome.